Hola, senora, senorita. I have no idea if that's correct. I have no idea if I've just insulted anyone. Anyway, today is all about Le Sword and Le Shield. Individually, together, a bit of Batman going on. We'll figure it all out. Anyway, there is actually a odd collection of different ways in which you can match this up, but they're all basically going to give the exact same thing. It all depends on what you wish to actually slot in. So we're going to start off with a transition light break with attack and brace, attack and health augment, dragon head and dragon hide beta. The rest we're running is 3-piece Kaiser. It gives its exploit and some blast attack, which is going to help us out. We are still going to be rocking some high-end decos, such as another 2 attack 4s and expert 4, and that's just the head and chest. 2 more expert 4s. We do have a spare slot for you. 10 drives of protection, critical protection, critical duel 2, attack, and then challenge duel along with the challenge charm. This is actually surprisingly competitive due to the amount of blast procs you can get out of this and how much damage those blast procs do overall. And yeah, it's quite nice, but in the long run, Fatalis armor as well as weapons still do just outright beat it, which is kind of upsetting because we're back in the whole behemoth situation of where if you're not running Draken armor, what are you running? Now these next 2 builds, as you can see here, are ways in which you can try and alleviate the hefty decoration costs, although there are still going to be hefty decoration costs. They're just mainly put in here to maybe give you guys ideas. They do pretty damn good damage. As you can see, we're at 909 EFR, which is pretty damn good, but at the same time we're making a weird little mess. This is running Brute Tigrex chest, which works okay. It's got weakness exploit in it and then attack boost 2, so all you've really got to do is just get 2 more attack points and you're basically good to go, although it does leave you a little bit lackluster on the defense side. And then on the other side to that, the Escadora arm guards from Elatrion. These give you attack boost 3, so you've only really got to find 1 more attack point, and that's just to get the affinity in play, and from there you're really much golden. All you'd really need to do from there is max out Agitator, Crit Eye, Crit Boost and Weakness Exploit, which isn't too difficult. The main issue with Fatalis armor from what I've seen is, yeah, it's all nice and dandy and a new big shiny thing that allows you to do so much, but if you don't have the decorations to fill it, you may as well just go with some more previous builds, because you're just going to be running random weird stuff because you have nothing else, which is fine. I would also like to share with you the build I used for my first solo Fatalis. Kinda came in handy, kinda didn't. I don't know if it really helped. I think it was just more the simple fact that I managed to slot Fortify in there, which really did actually help me out. But then at the same time, we'll never know. I've not tried again since with a sword and shield, but if you are struggling with sword and shield, this is what did it for me. Maybe give it a try or a look into. It's worth a go. Right, now we're going to get into the big boys. I've got 3 of these builds, 2 of which are pretty much identical, just they allow for different things in which you're able to customize because they have a few spare slots, but not much. The first one is actually the least powerful of them, although I can kind of imagine this would be the easiest one for most people to make because it requires Safi parts. Now you can run either the Safi helmet or the boots. I opt for the boots simply because I like that stun resistance 3. So what I am running here is the Fatalis sword with 2 expert level 4s, affinity health and element. Dragon head beta with 3 level 4 attacks. Dragon hide beta with 3 phoenix protections. Dragon claws alpha with challenger and attack. Dragon barbs alpha with flawless protection, flawless embrace. And then the Safi Jiva crested boots beta with critical protection, critical, and then you've got 1 level 1 slot spare. Don't forget the Challenger Charm. This puts us at 928.41 effective raw with 30 element. You could potentially put a medicine in there to help run with peak performance. That's essentially all this build is missing, by the way, 1 level of peak performance. Or you could put a bit of dragon in there. It just makes it a little bit more safer to use for your 2 levels of peak performance, which seems redundant, but don't worry. From here, pretty much using the exact same build, we are running Kul'Taroth Wrath Alpha instead, which gives us at that point of peak performance we were missing. All we got to do is slot in that 1 critical, because it comes with 2 critical boost on it anyway, and we then have 2 level 1 decos spare. All you would need to do at this point to max or reach the maximum damage possible is put 2 level 1 dragon jewels in there. Personally, I like running medicine just to help with peak performance and survivability. I've seen people run defense. It's entirely up to you. However, the one part where this build is lacking just a teeny weeny little bit is just the coolness factor of having Arch-Tempered Velkhana, because we all know just having the newest and latest and greatest stuff is just what it's all about at the moment, isn't it? So here it is, the big shiny Arch-Tempered Velkhana boots. Not much else has really changed, to slightly rearrange the decos to make them look a tinsy-wincy little bit neater, and we are running that level 4 dragon deco, which is again the only thing the previous build was missing. If you're wanting something else, do feel free to take out that level 4 dragon deco, and we have slotted in a little bit more handicraft just to help us out. But overall, this is a really awesome build. It's the build I'm running in the background. The problem is I've got like maybe 100 hunts with sword and shield. I'm not that competent with it. Really should start branching out to some of the other weapons and get better quality videos. But problem is I'm just so damn in love with a heavy bowgun. I also have my wife with me on this one, who is running a support sword and shield, and I have no idea if this build is anywhere else, but what she came up with is as follows. So, True Fatalis Sword with Friendship 4, Affinity Health Element, Dragon Head Beta with Friendship Attack, Challenger Gobbler Attack, Dragon Hide Alpha with Gobbler Attack, Gobbler Expert, and then Brace. Dragon Claws Beta with Satiated Expert across all 3, Dragon Barbs Alpha with Attack 4, Flawless, and then Kul'Taroth's Wrath Alpha with Critical Attack. She does swap out those 2 Flawless for Phoenix, because they are level 3 slots, against monsters such as Teostra, Lunostra, typically as well with Fatalis. Anything that's a little bit more element heavy, she swaps out those 2 Flawless for Coalescence. In the meantime, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's not actually that good for you. It's quite ink-inducive and doesn't really tend to end well. Have fun. Bye!